Okay, this is part 5 of me reading this book to you guys. Like a few minutes ago, I started screaming because there was a centipede behind me, and I'm just here because I need to charge my phone. The charger's right there, so that's why I moved spots. So, let's start reading. Let me try to remember where we left off. Oh, okay. I found where we left off, so I'm gonna start now. Benjamin Franklin tactless in his youth, became so diplomatic, so adroit at handling people, that he was made American ambassador to France. The secret of his success, I will speak of no man, he said, and speak all the good I know of everybody. Any fool can criticize, commend, and complain, and most fools do. But it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving. A great man shows his greatness, said Carly, by the way he treats little men. Bob Hoover, a famous test pilot and frequent performer at air shows, was returning to his home in Los Angeles from an air show in San Diego. As described in magazine Flight Operations, at 300 feet in the air, both engines suddenly stopped. By default, deft maneuvering maneuvering. Oh my god. By deft maneuvering, he managed to land the plane, but it was badly damaged, although nobody was hurt. Hoover's first act after the emergency landing was to inspect the airplane's fuel. Just as he suspected, the World War II propeller plane he had been flying had been fueled with jet fuel rather than gasoline. Upon returning to the airport, he asked to see the mechanic who had serviced his airplane. The young man was sick with agony of his mistake. Tears streamed down his face as Hoover approached. He had just caused the very loss of an expensive plane, and could have caused the loss of 3 lives as well. You can imagine Hoover's anger. One could anticipate the tongue lashing that was his proud and precious, oh my god, and his precious pilot would unleash for the carelessness. But Hoover didn't scold the mechanic. He didn't even criticize him. Instead, he put his big arm around the man's shoulders and said, "To show you I'm sure that you'll never do this again, I want you to service my F-51 tomorrow." Often parents are tempted to criticize their children. You would expect me to say don't, but I will not. I am merely going to say, before you criticize them, read one of the classics of American journalism, Father Forgets. It originally appeared as an editorial in the People's Home Journal. We are reprinting it here with the author's permission as condensed in the Reader's Digest. Father Forgets is one of those little pieces which dashed off in a moment of sincere feeling strikes, as echoing chord is so many readers as to become a perennial reprint favorite. Since its first appearance, Father Forgets has been reproduced. Writes the authors W. Livingston Larned, I don't know, in hundreds of magazines and house organs and in newspapers the the country over. It has been reprinted almost as extensively in many foreign languages. I have given I've given personal permission to thousands who wished to read it, from from school, church, and lecture platforms. It has been on air on countless occasions and programs. Oddly enough, college periodicals period periodicals have used it, and high school magazines sometimes a little piece mysteriously to click. This one certainly did. Wait, certainly did. What? Curls stickle. Wait. Oh, listen, son. I am saying this as you lie asleep. One little paw crumpled up under your cheek, and the blonde curls stickily wet on your damp forehead. Oh my god, this is long. I have stolen into your room alone. Just a few minutes ago, as I sat reading my paper in the library, I stiffly waved as remorse swept over me. Guiltily, I came to your bedside. There are more things I was thinking. Son, I have been cross to you. I scolded you as you were dressing for school because you gave me a face merely a dap with a towel. I took you to task for not cleaning your shoes. I called out angrily when you threw some of your some of your things on the floor. At breakfast, I found fault too. You spilled things. You gulped down your food. You put your elbows on the table. You spread butter too thick on your bread. And as you started off to play, and I made for my train, you turned and waved a hand called goodbye, Daddy, and I frowned and said in reply, hold your shoulders back. Then it began all over again in the late afternoon. As I came up the road, I spied you, down on your knees, playing, playing marbles. There were holes in your stockings. I humiliated you by before your boyfriends by marching you ahead of me to the house. Stockings were expensive, and if you had to buy them, you would be more careful. Imagine that, son from a father. Do you remember later when when I was reading in the library how you came in timidly with a sort of hurt and look in your eyes? When I glanced up over my paper impatiently at the interruption, I hesitated at the door. What is it that you want? I snapped. You said nothing, but ran across in one tempestuous plunge. You threw your arms around my neck and kissed me, and your small arms tightened in with an affection that God had sent blooming in your heart, and which even neglect could not wither. And when you were gone, pattering up the stairs, well, son, it was shortly afterwards that my paper slipped from my hands, and terrible, sickening fear came over me. What has habit been doing to me? Oh, hell no, bro. This is long. Oh, last 10 minutes. So, I'll see you guys on part 6. I'm honestly so shocked I've been able to read like this much because I'm not a reader. I hate reading until I started this. So, this is honestly really good for me. So, bye. I'll see you guys tomorrow during this time again because I have school I can't do in the morning. So, bye.